Hello. Yay. We have.
Is there an echo?
Hi, turn. Now what?
I don't know.
Probably that.
Is it that? No, there's nothing. Hello? No, that's echoey.
Sorry.
Well, hello internet from the cave of echoes. It's very hard to talk when you hear yourself a couple seconds after what you say.
Oh. Fudge.
Picture the note.
Echoey still? No sound?
Hello? No?
Hello? Maybe mics now.
I think so.
No echoes?
Yeah.
Where's the chat? Yes.
Oh, good.
Oh, good.
Thank you, Dylan, our stream savior. All right. Well, hello, for reals this time.
Hello, with no echo. This is the Crusaders weekly live stream, currently in an experimental form, but mostly the feedback has been positive. Players do like it, so that's very cool. I am Erica, the community manager for Codename, and also the live services manager for Crusaders, and this is Artist Cat, and she'll be sketching a chest full of goodies today. So
yes.
She's looking for suggestions, right?
Yeah. Suggest things that could be in a chest or could not be. Just things.
So random things that would look cool in a chest.
Yeah, that are related to Crusaders.
Okay.
Should probably stick with that.
Fair enough. So it is Friday, January 24th, and we're coming to you live from the Codename Entertainment Studios in Victoria, BC. This week's chest code is Carl and Cindy and Carl rework. Oh boy.
Mm-hmm.
And that gets you 2 Tier 2 Carnage Cup dual chests, which is pretty cool. It expires next Friday. And the Carnage Cup just debuted yesterday with the Tier 5 Crusader Morgan the Furious, a DPS Leprechaun that looks awesome, and I love her Raven gear.
Thank you. All right, good for me to begin?
Yeah, you can steal the mouse and keep drawing.
Cool.
Because it's Friday, there's a weekend promo, so starting at noon Pacific time today, there will be the Sports Ball promo, which will buff Groklock, Drizzle, Cindy, Carl, and Grizz with a golden epic for Grizz. And Kevin was gonna look at the buffs for Cindy and Carl because obviously we changed up their set for this Carnage Cup event, gave them some different abilities, so the weekend buff will make sense for those new abilities. And also, the Steam Lunar Sale is running, and we've put all our starter packs on sale. If you haven't picked them up already, you can do so. You can check on the shop in the game from the little chest icon tab, and then there's all the packs that scroll. Margaret is back from PAX South, and she survived. And so she is moderating our chat today and pulling questions. If you use hashtag question to make the question stand out, she'll grab it and put it towards us. You're quite welcome, Amy Thago. It's awesome that you can catch us live. Hello, Mistyville.
Hello. So how's everybody doing this fine Friday morning, or whatever time it may be in your native time zone?
Looks like Melanie is saying sorry about our globular cube. Oh yeah, the PAX team was crushed about that. I wonder if they'll show us the carnage when it gets back to Canada or not.
I am very curious.
Looks like someone in chat is freezing. And someone just ate food, so they have a food baby in their stomach. And then they're looking for taskmasters and weapons and shields in the chest.
Sounds good.
And some rubies.
Yep.
Scrooge McScourge says, hello. Hello.
Hi.
I did the bigger number today. This will be a great event with a lot of progress. That will be a lot of progress. You can get further than you have before. Libela Atimi says, love how casual and relaxed but fun your game is. Thank you. Oh, another request for in the chest would be a scepter.
Okay. Taskmasters. Scepter. Sword, shield. There we go.
Hi, Vin Gummy. Thanks for coming out.
Hey, Ben.
Kempafet says, at work currently, secretly watching the stream and playing the game via TeamViewer on my home PC. That's pretty awesome.
Wow. Whatever works.
Looks like Eric's watching this stream.
Hi, Eric.
Question for Erica. How many different idle games have I ever played? Oh boy. A lot. Right now I'm currently playing Crusaders and Champions and Firestone Idle RPG, so that's 3. I used to play Realm Grinder. I tried Groundhog Life, so that's 5. I think I have another 3 installed on my phone still. At least 10. I don't know, I tried Clicker Heroes, 11. A lot. It's a lot of idle games.
Were you playing that Zen idle game that Chris and Peter were playing?
I installed it, but I haven't opened it.
Oh.
And I was like, I want to try it. And then when I watch ads in my games, they keep pushing this Zen Masters idle.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like all Asian-y art and it's supposed to be about building up your chakras and stuff, I think. I keep meaning to download that, but it's like, I don't want to download that from the ad because I'm not going to give them the satisfaction.
Harsh.
Looks like Forgot My Loot also plays Firestone. Thinks it's pretty good and has fast resets. Well, I'm so close. I'm at area 999 right now. And it usually takes me about 6 hours to get back up to area 1000. It's like, oh, yeah, that's getting long, even with all the skip powers. Eric says, what is my favorite non-Codename idle game? I mean, I did enjoy Realm Grinder when I was playing it. That was pretty fun. I liked all the spec choices, all the different trees, like fairy and underworld stuff, and then they added extra stuff. And then I was so close to Ascension, but I was like, ugh, I don't want to do that. Firestone, I'm just playing because I'm trying to beat Justin. I had to catch up because I was in the beta for that on Kong, but I stopped playing, and then Justin got obsessed with it, so I was like, I gotta beat Justin, which I currently am. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep playing that.
Did you ever play the, like, classic, like, Cookie Clicker and Cow Clicker and stuff like that?
I think I loaded Cookie Clicker for an hour, and I was like, what's happening?
I did play Cookie Clicker when it first came out, and it took a long time to understand the idle mechanic about getting rid of all your stuff to get better.
Right.
Yeah. My favorite idle game, I know you didn't ask, because I don't play many.
Curious. Do you play?
I've only played a handful and never for very long, but the one that I liked the most, I think it was called The Dark Room or Dark Place. It's basically all text-based. There's a little bit of an exploration mechanic with like ASCII art overworld, but it's got kind of a storyline and an actual like endpoint, and that's what I like more about games than never-ending stuff. So I like that one.
Yeah, there are a few idle games out there that actually have proper endings, and I was interested to try those and see where they led. So I may look up that one.
Yeah, I recommend it. It's not very long either. It's just a nice little experience.
Right. Oh, I remember. Space Plan had an ending, and everyone played that. We found it in the web browser.
Yeah,
potatoes.
Just like the entire office just played it at once.
Yeah, and everyone beat it. That was cool.
Yeah.
Well, most people beat it. Yeah. Back to our player questions. Looks like Vingummy's asking anything more I can tell the players about the uncapped DPS objectives we're planning on adding. Kevin's working his hardest on it now that he's solved the DPS bug that snuck out with the event yesterday. And we'll be putting in some balance passes to make sure they're a challenge and to make sure the rewards are worth the challenge. So, but it'll be cool to see the uncapped DPS of the players when they're set free.
Just hopefully everything doesn't break.
We'll test it enough.
Yeah. Testing.
I think I need to steal them.
Yes.
Master Fibbin, I am trying to figure out how Zhaolang's River Guardian works. I don't see it doing anything. Can you describe how it works and give an example of someone who has a global DPS from formation ability? Question. I know how it works. That's the one thing. I'd need the game open for this, probably. So he gets the puddles in the formation if he's the highest DPS. And if you put a Crusader who has formation abilities in those puddles, then that'll boost their global DPS abilities. Who has global DPS? Chat can help me. And it's pretty cool because if you put my call in a puddle, then he'll propagate puddles. So you can fill almost your entire formation with puddles, which players have come up with inventive formations for that.
Cool.
So while we're waiting for chat to help me out with an example Crusader, Ray in 1888 says, unlocked Morrigan yesterday and doing the second objective now, so no real use yet. What excites you guys about the new abilities? I think it's just cool that you can try and build a leprechaun formation with her. Because she gets self-DPS for the leprechaun, so if you can come up with a way to get Evanescent propagating the leprechaun tag to your formation and the 13-14 slot formation, she's pretty OP, and she's got super high over levels, so she'll get some pretty cool bumps from that. Ah, yes, Zombigon says Mildred has global DPS, so if you put Mildred in one of Zhao's puddles, then her ability would get bumped up. Pretty powerful. Along with, yeah, Baldur's chiming in with Banerel. She does have global DPS formation abilities. And if you're looking for what a formation ability is, it's the diamonds on the bench, and when you hover it, the tooltip should say formation ability if you're hovering it on the bench. Skig is here. Hey, Skig.
Hi, Skig.
His question is, can you add a talent that will let you carry over a percentage of XP to the next run? Is there actually a benefit to that, Skig? I mean, it's only really the first XP point that would help you out. Or is that just so you don't have to wait on the reset trying to build up XP on someone?
What are some of the taskmasters?
Well, they got your goob,
and
then the dragons, and then the butler, and the hands,
and the cat.
and cats. 2 cats, yeah.
Okay.
Or you could just invent a creature and put it in there.
Strange chest-dwelling goblin.
Kedgear is asking, would you be interested in rejoining the Community Crusaders Discord, or is it better as a company to stay hands-off? Since it's the unofficial Discord, I would like to just let the players do their player things and stay out of it. I mean, it's cool that you guys have your Discord, so it's pretty nice. Oh, put the wolf pup in.
Oh, yeah. Maybe.
Mr. Slong0617, when I played on mobile, I had offline movement. Will that be coming to the computer version? No, we have no plans to add offline progress to the game at the moment.
I don't know. Is the idol like this or like this?
He's right outside. It is.
Ah, good.
All right. Monitor. Vin Gummy is asking, will we ever make it optional to keep taskmasters on Crusaders through restarts? Since players have mentioned they're refreshing the game to keep their taskmasters in the locations, it's probably something we should look into adding. Just so players aren't refreshing the game as often. Mistyville is asking, where is this chest full of goodies going to be available? Well, we'll share the sketch on Kat's Twitter and through our company Twitters at the end. But this is just a player on the Reddit asked for a chest full of goodies to be drawn this week, and so we're just drawing a fun chest of goodies.
It's just for funsies.
Looks like Eric is soliciting the Twitch chat, so you guys can chime in. What would you guys prefer? Would you rather that the Crusaders team join the unofficial Discord or not?
Yeah, I always thought it as, like, because it's an unofficial Discord, you guys made it because you wanted it. And people tend, I think, to perhaps act differently when quote-unquote official people are around. And we don't want to necessarily change the community or anything like that. But I could be wrong.
Jafafa Hot is saying, I would like to see a seahorse taskmaster. Imagine it poking its nose to click.
Someday, perhaps.
That sounds like a fun taskmaster.
Definitely could be done. Yeah, yeah.
Scrooge McScrooge is saying, Chowlong's puddles sometimes stay after reset. Are we aware of this bug? We've had one player put in a ticket about it, but they didn't fully explain how the puddles stayed. And when I asked for extra information, they just said the puddles stayed. So if you have more information, please open a ticket and I'll give that to Kevin to look into. Skig is back with another question instead of following up on his XP question. Fair enough. Can we have an option to complete all missions instead of opening them one at a time?
That's been asked for a lot, yeah?
Yeah, it's something that comes up a lot. It just hasn't been a priority, but it's on the suggestion list to consider adding one day. And the seahorse has to uncurl its tail too.
Mayhaps. The important consideration with clickers, or taskmasters, I should say, their actual clicking animation is like 2 or 3 frames, so I can't put that much movement in or else it just looks janky.
TSR is asking, when will be batch of new skins in Skin Shop available? Like the December update? Probably something to aim for March.
Sure.
I mean, I know I don't like to give dates, but it feels like something we could come up with for March.
Yeah. Skins are a thing I like to do, so I'm happy to do more than perhaps we originally planned. But I feel like the first 3 and then the December update, there was a relatively big gap, like a couple months.
Although we did start doing the event skins, so.
Yeah. Do those go into the shop right after their event, or?
We have to manually put them in, so we put the events that had happened before the December update into the shop as well if players had missed that objective.
Okay.
Skig says he would like the XP kept on the Crusaders because they have the abilities that care about how many XP they have. Fair enough. We'll note that down to consider. T. Buneman asks, how do I pass the objective that's area 150 in an hour and a half? They've tried 3 times and can't go any faster. And they can't use warps either. Any thoughts? Well, time warps wouldn't speed up that objective. They don't affect the timer. Players find they can beat it using... If you press the right arrow key on the keyboard, that changes areas quicker. You can If you have taskmasters, having all 4 taskmasters out would definitely help, because that picks up all the gold drops and stuff quicker, so you can clear the area quicker. And you can switch to an empty formation once the area is complete to make the area transition a little bit quicker. But other than that, you just gotta babysit it and go fast. Master Fibbin is asking how they put in a support ticket. It depends on where you're playing, which is something I would like to unify. If you're on Steam, there's a support button in the guidebook support menu, and you would click that and it opens a new window so you can submit a ticket. On other platforms, there's the help me link underneath the game. You would click that to open a ticket. Yeah, depends on what you're playing. If you go to our Reddit, I have a link in the Q&A on how to submit a support ticket depending on where you're playing. So you can look in the top post for that link on the Reddit. Can I steal the mouse again?
Yeah.
Lots of questions.
Good. Keep them coming. That's what we're here for. That and doodling and chilling.
Mm-hmm.
But we can have multiple goals.
Ian Sam asks, is it true that asking a question enters you into some kind of draw? That is false, sorry. I did have a contest in December. If players asked a question in the Q&A, then you got entered in a draw. But we're not doing that for this stream. We can look into more raffles if players are interested in that. Rose is asking, any plans for new achievements? Mission Impossible is still so very lonely. I'm even intentionally leaving an achievement uncompleted so it's not as lonely. Well, I have a list of achievements to add with the uncapped DPS objectives, so those will exist, and the batch of new achievements is made up and ready to be added to the game when we have a moment of downtime, so hopefully new achievements this year. Question, what's our opinion of being able to choose a specific golden epic in the challenge shop for a lot of tokens? The pool has gotten quite large, and the chances of getting a good golden epic is fairly low. Well, the challenge shop golden epics are always meant to be random. It's just a way for free players to get them. But there are definitely a lot of golden epics as we approach almost 150 Crusaders with 3 gears each. I think there's still like 90 things to golden epic, so that's a lot of golden epics already existing. So we can definitely have a look at how we distribute the golden epic items. Melanie is asking, can the timed objectives be uncoupled to progress for non-objectives? They are incredibly hard to beat on some systems. Not being able to progress past those is very frustrating. We do hear that Get Me Out of Here is quite hard. The tier 11th The 11th objectives are designed to be completed after you've completed all 11 objectives, so we would have to rejigger Descent into Darkness if we were going to exclude Get Me Out of Here. It's not something we're currently planning on doing. Master Fibbin asks, when I put Mildred on, it does not appear that she gets any benefit. She has legendary gear, which buffs we got to go deeper by 200%, which would make her bonus go from 25% to 75%, plus her deepest mining ability would upgrade it to 150%, and that is what it shows instead of applying the bonus from River Guardian ability. Does River Guardian's effect on a Crusader not calculate into their tooltip, or is this a bug I am facing? The River Guardian should buff the tooltip. You can put in a ticket and we'll check with Kevin about it. GSR is asking, will we be able to do the uncapped objectives when we wish, or like challenges, or when we do all difficulties, it's over? Well, I don't want to tease too much about them, but they will be permanent, so they won't be like challenges. You can tackle them when you want to. Skig is asking, is there a list of all the golden epics available? I know the fans have made lists of golden epics, but we don't actually have one in the game for that. It's mostly just the tier 4 Crusaders who are missing out on golden epics, and the tier 5s, we haven't started doing those yet. There's only a few base Crusaders who haven't had all 3, and then a smattering of missing golden epics among the tier 1 through tier 3 event Crusaders. But the popular ones like Mindy and Mildred are already triple golden epic, and the Rena's triple golden epic.
I will be excited to do golden epics for some of the newer Crusaders that have some interesting items. Like the one that comes to mind is Evanescent Skull.
Yeah,
that'll be
cool.
Great.
Leanne Coast 28 is saying, wow, you draw beautifully.
Thank you.
And Master Fibbin, if you're still here, it looks like Kedgear is saying that yes, River Guardian does reflect in a Crusader's tooltip. And I see you've added Mildred's hat to the chest of goodies.
I've been trying to think of real equipment items, and sometimes it's hard. But this is supposed to be the weather orb that Thalia has.
Right.
And then I couldn't think of any specific necklaces, so I've drawn so many equipment items, I don't know what's real anymore. I was thinking this morning when I was remembering that was going to do a chest full of goodies, I was like, no matter what I do, I'm drawing equipment items.
Oh, right.
It's fine. This is fun. Problem is that it's easy to remember like swords and tridents and things like that, but they're too big.
You do a snake.
I could do a snake.
Potion bottles, because curry combs, raven.
Potion bottles, that'd be good.
Yeah, Bruno's potion.
Get rid of this gem. It's dumb.
Question, am I the only one for whom none of the Crusaders' weekly codes don't work? I've tried for the last 3 weeks and none of them have worked. And yes, they were spelled correctly. No, I didn't copy and paste. And yes, I live in America. Well, this is Crusaders of the Lost Idols live stream, so the codes work only in the Crusaders of the Lost Idols game. And you can copy and paste. The coupon system is smart enough to remove the dashes. You have to make sure that it is the full 16 characters, or else the game won't try to redeem the code. So yeah, if you're here from Idle Champions somehow, the Crusaders code's not going to work for you. Antibus, was there specific inspiration for the four-eyed Crusaders like the grandma and the alien, like an obscure movie Alien or something of that nature? Does Zig have 4 eyes?
Zig does have 4 eyes. Granmora
was supposed to be a riff on Gamora.
A little bit. It was a riff on Gamora, but also just like an elderly alien.
Yeah.
And I mostly just sort of did my own thing with that. I don't know. I did both of those, and I just sort of... I like multiple, like, eyes, mouths, hands, things that, you know, you don't find in nature. So nothing specifically. I do remember looking up a bunch of alien designs, partly to stay away from. So, like, the Xenomorph, for example... and the aliens from Independence Day, although Kiz and by extension Sliz are based on the Independence Day aliens with the big like head fin thing. But no, for the 4 eyes, nothing specific, just more eyes is better, I guess.
Ted Cross is asking, where is Morgan from? I may have missed the explanation, just joined the stream. If you're referring to the Morgan picture in our background, she is the newest Tier 5 Crusader for the Carnage Cup event, which is currently running. It started yesterday afternoon. So you can go and get her if you're in the Tier 5 section of the event. Blank Canvas is saying, looking back, was Mindy a mistake? If you guys plan any new talents, you always need to think, what if Mindy is using Mimic? She's definitely made the game interesting with her powers.
Especially for such an early Crusader.
Yeah, Tier 2 Carnival. Yeah. She's actually worked out. I mean, she's made some fun things happen.
Mm-hmm.
We're fine with her.
Michael seems to be the new one to have unexpected things happen due to their powers.
Michael's very fun.
I'm a big fan of Michael.
Forgot My Loot is saying Pete's rubber chicken sitting on top of the chest.
What chicken?
Pete's rubber chicken, because he's a clown. He's got his little rubber chicken.
Sure.
A squawk. Skig is asking, the code gave out Tier 2 jewel chests. Did I mean for them to give out Tier 5? No. Since it's a Cindy and Carl code, I meant for them to give out Tier 2 Carnage Cup chests. Dryad Parker, are Bat Billionaire and Squiggles the Clown getting reworked when their respective events come out? We might get around to looking at them. Is there any particular thing that bothers you with Bat Billionaire and Squiggles that they need a rework? I could have sworn Bat Billionaire's fine. Squiggles is in an awkward spot.
Squiggles is weird.
I think he's just a weird clown in general.
Yeah.
Corey did some interesting things with that art.
I drew Squiggles.
Oh, you did?
I hate him.
Oh, right, because you drew Snicket too. Yeah.
It's fine. I hate him. Clowns.
Clowns.
Yeah.
Robo Sandman is asking, do we have a Crusader with multiple mouths? Can't think of anyone. Well, I think that Evanescence has lots of rows of teeth, right?
Yeah.
But Evan has 2 mouths.
Evan has lots of teeth, but we don't have anybody with multiple mouths yet. You never know.
I'm going to steal those. Margaret's trying her best to make the questions fit, but... They're saying the twins technically have 2, because they have 2 heads.
That's true. I mean, yeah, but they are separate people.
Yeah, that's just separate entities on the same body. GSR, another question about skins. Some of the skins change some of names and abilities, but some do nothing, like... those are example skins. Can we do flavor text on the rest? I can see if Kevin wants to come up with anything fitting for their skins.
I thought they all had unique names.
They have names, but like Trixale, like actually changes Trixie's name on the bench when you put that skin on. And Dr. Nice Guy changes his name, and then Kevin renamed some of the abilities to be like nice instead of evilly. I guess it might have just been time because we were adding so many skins.
Yeah.
At the same time. Mini Stress says, as a vegetarian, I was so thrilled to get plant-based Casey. And I saw she still had beef and sausage in her carnivore skill. Any chance that might get updated to plant-based foods? But she's a chef, so even if she personally is a vegetarian, she would still cook meat for her customers.
Also, being that she has become a plant, would that make her a cannibal?
She's eating plants herself? Yeah. How does she stay alive? Osmosis. But maybe that can be part of the flavor text patch that GSR was asking about. Kedgear, are there any plans of adding another propagation type Crusader in the future, or are 2 enough? Some players have requested that there's a forward propagating one because Langley propagates behind them. So we might be open to adding a 3rd. Although Mindy becomes a propagation Crusader when you're miming them. Ganeek, who comes up with the super awesome names of gear? Also, who makes the hilarious quest dialogue for each area? So the gear was named by whoever was putting it in at the time. So Nick's had a hand in it, Justin's had a hand in it. Now it's all Kevin. And for the campaign text, lots of people wrote that as well. Justin wrote some, Nick wrote some, Kevin wrote Descent into Darkness. If you love the Void. You've written events.
I wrote the Amusement Park of Doom and Sasha's Schoolhouse Scourge.
And I wrote Madame Finkelbottom's, although since I was trying to reuse the backgrounds, it's not as smooth a story, but I was kind of happy with it. Just trying to make it
just got really chilly in here.
It must be too hot in the normal office. The air conditioners come on.
Yeah.
Oppositional Defiance. What music is playing in the background of the stream? This is music from Shards of Titan, if you were on the town screen when you were playing that game. We just wanted some background music, and we have all the Shards catalog to choose from, so...
Yeah. Shards is another one of our games, if you didn't know.
Yeah, full name Shards of Titan. Still available to play on Kong and Armor Games, I believe, for as long as Flash is alive. Zoink. Any plans to improve material missions? Maybe link them to total materials like idle missions. No, we don't have any plans to improve the material missions at this point in time because we're happy with the current rate that players are gaining materials. Anyone with the level 10 legendary or higher is kind of higher than we thought players would be able to get. But players will grind, so there's powerful legendaries out there. Cassius. Hey, Cassius. Wonder what Bat Billionaire Beyond would look like. So a skin that...
Very sleek. Batman Beyond had a really good art style.
Yeah, Batman Beyond was an awesome cartoon. I guess that could be a skin for him if we revamp him.
Possible.
But he's from the same event as Death Puddle, so I think the skin for that one would be the Death Poodle.
People did seem to be very into that when he first came out.
The poodle in the little purple costume would be so adorable. Baldur 549. Any more material or chest dropping Crusaders planned? Also would love to see some material missions replace some gold missions. Well, the gold missions do help you strive towards that Mission Impossible achievement if you are trying to get that. But currently no plans to add another Crusader like Anna or any Crusaders who would make monsters drop materials or something like that. Skig is saying we can do more than one skin per event.
We
could.
There's only so much time. That I think is the main
Yeah, because you're doing the Crusader and a new skin. So.
Yeah, and a new skin is very close to the same amount of work as a new Crusader, minus having to do all their gear. In fact, sometimes more. Like, Shenna's skin was more complicated because she's horse.
Brand new and horse.
Yeah, it's time, it's just me. And I'm still helping out with Idol Champions right now. So, only have so much time. I do like skins a lot, and I'm really glad that other people like skins, because we weren't super sure about it in the beginning. But, yeah, I think one per event is a pretty nice balance right now.
Achievable cadence.
Yeah. And then the extra 3 skins every couple months or so, between events and other updates. Because I can't speak for Kevin, but I think they're pretty easy to put in, programming-wise. Unless we, change a lot of mechanics or something. And all of that said, I, at least, am always happy to listen to suggestions and requests for skins.
One of the requests in my Reddit Q&A this week was for a skin for the twins to be 2 dwarfs in a trench coat.
That sounds super cute.
Yeah.
And I would be down.
Conjoined dwarfs in a trench coat, or would they be separate?
No, they'd be separate and, on each other's shoulders, but they'd have, the same hair and stuff. So they wouldn't be conjoined twins, they'd just be, separate twins. But
I guess their theme is more twins.
Yeah. I think that would be fine and fun.
So we've got 5-10 minutes left on the stream. So does anyone else have any more questions about Crusaders? Like I said at the beginning of the stream, it's Friday, so the weekend promo will be starting at noon Pacific time, which is in about an hour, 10 minutes. And that'll be buffing the first 5 Crusaders from the Carnage Cup, so Groklock, Drizzle, Cindy, Carl, and Grizz, with the Golden Epic for Coach Grizz. And, so the weekend buffs for Cindy and Carl will be changed to reflect their new Crusader, or new abilities that we gave them with the debut of the event. A Gleek skin for Mr. the Monkey.
A what?
Gleek. Making him a superhero. Oh, that must be a obscure superhero reference.
I don't know what that is. I'm sorry. Yeah, I think it was mentioned last stream that skins, or superhero skins, is a thing that we hadn't quite realized. So that's definitely a direction that things could go.
It's just a monkey kind superhero from DC So
okay,
we can.
The only monkey superhero I know of is the one from Ratchet and Clank. So
I would consider the Super Monkey Ball people hero as well. Oppositional Defiance is asking, how will we adapt the Yogscraft Crusaders event moving forward? The Crusaders and their gear are at least available from the mission system, so you can grab them from those recruit and gear missions. And we'll be looking to make sure, or find a way for the achievements to be got for the players who missed out on getting those achievements. JS Random Numbers is asking, can I tease how long it will be until I can tease more about uncapped objectives?
I heard you like teasers, so I put teasers in your teasers.
Yeah, right. No, I don't really feel comfortable teasing that. I still need to check in with Kevin about where we are. Forgot my loot. Is there a way to read all the flavor text for items? I find a lot of them funny, but when I upgrade to Epic, I can't read them anymore. Not in the game at this point in time. It would be cool to add, definitely. But the Crusaders Wikia is actively updated and has screenshots of every gear card, which is crazy.
Yeah, shoutouts to those who
maintain that wiki.
Yeah, it's really good. I go to it when I'm like designing new Crusaders or like trying to see, like, especially for skins, and I search up like the tags that I know there's few of, just to be like, okay, there's only 6 of this and there's only 5 of this and whatever, and the wiki is just so nice and easy to use. I love it.
Kempafet, as a new player on my first objective after the world reset, am I able to join the event somehow? So if you've done like the very first objective of the game and you've reset and chosen a new objective, the second one, Century, you can abandon it if you haven't gotten 8 yet, or you can wait until you complete the objective because the event is running until February 4th. But it should be right at the top of the objective screen. It'll be blue colored and it'll be the event. So just as long as you've reset for the first time, you should be able to access the event.
Yeah, the event currency is a timing based.
Yeah.
So you don't have to do anything special to earn it. You can definitely participate in at least the first tier.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I guess you need some idols to finish the last couple objectives, but you can at least recruit the 2 Crusaders as a new player, for sure.
And when you're on an event objective, it doesn't kick you out when the event ends, right?
Yep.
So you can start your final one at the day before or just a couple hours before the event ends and stay on it for like a week if you think you can push all the way through it.
Yeah.
I remember doing that way in the beginning.
Yeah, it's a nice mechanic to let players finish out the event. Dryad Parker, are there plans for Foresight to be non-binary or they go as is? Well, he's a robot.
So I want to chime in here for a sec because I see people ask this a fair bit. There's a difference between non-binary and actually non-gendered. And so Crusaders that have neither gender tag, which I think is Foresight, and there's a couple others, right?
One of the other robots. Aegis,
yeah. They're robots. They don't have as much of a not that they don't have as much of a personality or whatever, but that I don't know. Non-binary and genderless are 2 different things. So we have no plans.
Dubrovka is asking, is something wrong with the in-game time tracker? I started to play the game on Steam, and Steam says I have 8,500 hours played, which is about a year, which would be accurate, but the in-game tracker is on 1,100 days, which is unrealistic. The in-game timer is counting time since you opened the game the very first time. And so that's when your account was created. So your account has existed for 1,132 days, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, thanks for sticking around.
Looks like we've got a couple of suggestions. One is to allow Crusaders on the mission or crafting screen to be sortable by tags to ease getting to them. to click tags and just only show those Crusaders with those tags. I could see that being handy. The mission screen does sort them by who has tags to complete the percentage success, but it would be nice if you could click on the tags. I'll add that to the list to consider. And then another one to spread out our new Crusader tags throughout the year. I guess that's a reference to the 2 DPS Crusaders back to back.
Right. We do generally try and do that. This was a little bit of a special case because basically there were 2 gaps. We kind of needed a dragon DPS and we kind of needed a leprechaun DPS
because the St. Patrick's one's an angel, so...
Spoilers.
Well, St. Patrick's Crusader is going to be an angel, not a leprechaun.
Yeah. I have plans. I'm excited for that one.
So yeah, this is my chance to get a leprechaun DPS in.
Yeah.
Cassius. Legendary cards could get flavor text if they were able to scroll, maybe. They could have, if that was something we were going to do from the beginning. I doubt Kevin would like me very much if I told him he needs to go back and add 500 pieces of flavor text.
Man, I mean, I remember having to draw just unending
you catch up all the legendary items.
So I don't want to make somebody else go through that with the text. It's one thing to be adding items as you go along, like with Crusaders, but when it was just like this wall of legendary items, oh, it was a bad time.
Rose is saying, would I consider adding the human tag to the 2 mermaid Crusader but mermaids are, I guess part of the lore is sometimes they mate with humans, but they're just mermaids, right? They have the animal tag because they weren't human when we originally gave out tags. It would be nice if we had like a mythical tag, maybe. But
I am in favor of a mythical tag, honestly, for the mermaids and centaur and like Aphelion, because we don't have like a fae. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I'm in favor of that.
Another request for the mission screen. With so many Crusaders, could we see more at once? I will add that to the suggestion list to consider. Junk 27. Did a new event start? Yes. Yesterday was Thursday. So, well, I mean, no, that's not an obvious thing. The Carnage Cup event has started yesterday because we launch events on Thursdays. And sorry, there was no break between that and the pool party, but that's just how the event schedule shook out this year. So if you haven't reloaded your game yet, you might want to do that to start playing the event. Jajoga followed up on their suggestion. They've playing actively since August and have none of our rarer tags like non-binary, angels, devils, and superheroes. I guess you're waiting a long time to get them from the mission system. But they were, those were fairly evenly distributed, I think, but we can definitely try to make the tags smarter.
Yeah, we might be due for another non-binary. Not sure.
Forgot my loot is saying Bruno would be mythical if we gave a mythical tag to the game.
Yes.
It's our unicorn.
Yes, that's another one.
Oppositional Defiance is asking for a height or size tag. That seems like it's getting down to the nitty-gritty. And especially since some of the sprites aren't all the same size, even if they are like humans, like Agent 79 is a really skinny human with weird proportions, but I don't think we'd go down that rabbit hole.
Billy is very short.
Yeah.
That was my bad. He was the very first Crusader I drew. So.
Would Frosty the Snowman end up being mythical? Probably. Magic Snowman?
Maybe. What's he got right now? Like magical and plant?
He's an animal still.
Oh.
And his skin gives him No, we didn't do that. Skin gives him a demon tag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also would be in favor of like an elemental tag.
Right.
But we don't have a ton that would affect retroactively, but I think that, it's another thing that would open up some interesting possible future Crusaders, like golems or, completely water-based entities, things like that.
Right. Okay, so now it's 11. So we can end the stream properly. Thank you guys for coming out and asking your questions. It was awesome.
Yeah.
And for suggesting the loot in the chest. We did get the chicken on there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been Erica, and this has been Kat. And remember, since this is an experimental live stream, you can feel free to leave feedback on the stream, on our social, or on the Reddit, or anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And enjoy the Carnage Cup event and the weekend buff. And we'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Yeah. Bye-bye.